This is a song now. Welcome, welcome to the Brave and the Kobolds. We are going to jump straight in. Last episode was something a little bit different. Usually the kind of thing that maybe would go at the end of an arc, but we sort of did it as a penultimate chapter, which was the leveling up session. You all each had your individual leveling up character moments. Just to sort of do a very quick sum up, just to also check that I've got all the details right. Ymir and Meeza, you are now level 2 druid and wild magic sorcerer respectively, correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
However, we have a little bit of multi-classing going on because Zaffre is now a level 1 fighter, level 1 paladin.
Yep.
Which oath? Do you have an oath yet, or is that later on?
I don't. Or hang on, did I write something down about it? I don't believe that I get one yet.
No. Do you have a plan for an oath? Is it devotion, maybe?
I'm thinking about it. There's a few options.
Gonna do some window shopping.
Yeah.
At the paladin shop.
The paladin shop. You know, you go and there's a few gods. They're all, you take a pamphlet, you read, you figure it out.
Meanwhile, Ag went to the library.
Oh, so went shopping, yes.
Yes, you
more or less.
Yeah, you didn't buy anything. You borrowed some stuff. And now you are a level 1 cleric and level 1 wizard.
Yeah.
Which mechanically doesn't mean anything yet, or does it? I'm not sure. You don't have a school yet.
I don't have a school yet. No, I just have the For Dummies version of Magic book.
Yes. Oh, what was it again? It was Tusky the Magnificent. Tusky the Magnificent. So you want to learn magic? Finger guns. That was the full title of the book.
Yep.
Okay, so after all of your individual character leveling up moments, you all set off towards the docks because that was where Aris and Leah told you to meet up with them on this day, which I believe is your 3rd day of adventuring. Feels like a lot longer, but it's only been 3 days. But what a 3 days. So I guess if you like, we could have it that you are meeting each other on the way, or either would you rather just all be there? Shall we do fast travel?
We can meet each other. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So
because Meeza, we'd be very, very excited, and I don't remember who has the map. It's Egg, right?
By the look on Astrid's face, yeah. Ag has the map.
Egg, I'm gonna run up to Egg the minute I see it. I go, Egg, I can do it. Give me the map. Give me the map. I learned a new thing. I can read it.
You can read?
Well, yes, but I can read it.
Be careful, okay? We don't want to accidentally set it on fire now, do we?
I promise I'll be the most careful I can be.
All right. And I take it out and give it to Meeza.
I carefully unravel it, and I'm going to cast for the first time ever my new spell. Comprehend languages.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So
right.
as long as I'm touching it, I should be able to read it.
Okay. So
I touch it, and I have to roll a d20.
Yes, you do, because this is a spell. It's not a cantrip.
This is going to be the one time.
Don't set it on fire.
Don't set it on fire.
Not set it on fire. We're good.
So, you place your hands on the map, and you're focusing on that the red ink script that was on the map, because the rest of it was in common. It was just the names of the islands. what happens is interesting, for lack of a better word.
Ooh.
Some of the text, some of the script that Ag was earlier able to sort of identify as kind of draconic, but also not. You are able to understand some words.
Okay.
One word seems to be shifting in your mind between secret and hidden. Another word is also shifting very quickly between clue and key. And the third one, there's a third word, is shifting very, very quickly. It's almost imperceptible, but you're focusing really hard, and it's shifting between treasure and gift.
Okay.
And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna die.
Oh no, I'm sure not.
I'm proficient in those. Surprisingly.
You're okay. You feel very dizzy, and your vision goes blurry.
Go a little
but-
cross-eyed.
Yeah, your like, eyes are wheeling around in your head. But you don't feel any pain. It's just you are suddenly unable to maintain that focus. But you have those shifting meanings. They're now sort of emblazoned in your mind. You have those weird.
That's a magic. I'm gonna just kind of gingerly hand that map back to Egg and be like, "That's a weapon. Don't try that. That hurt my brain." And then I'm gonna tell them the words that I read, and then say, if you I can only do that one more time a day, so please don't make me do it unless I have to, and I really don't want to do it again because that map hurt my brain.
I appreciate your sacrifice.
It was well earned and deserved. Question mark.
Well done, Meeza.
Yay.
Sorry, what were the words again? I just want to write them down.
They were.
Oh yeah.
And in my brain spasm, I've completely forgotten.
Okay. If you want, I'll just we'll pretend it's we'll pretend it's in Meeza's voice. It's secret/hidden, clue/key, and treasure/gift.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think that we shouldn't tell the piratey person that we were able to kind of sort of read it unless we want to be completely honest with him. Because then he might not take us on the pirate ship adventure.
Yeah, it's probably best if we don't tell anybody. Right?
Unless we need to.
Of course, but
It
at
may be
this
important.
point,
Generally, it is not good to lie, but
it's not lying. It's just not telling everything.
sometimes it is.
We did say that Egg could kind of read it. He doesn't know I can actually read it, although it does give me a really big headache.
Exactly.
We still haven't asked Ross though.
Fair.
We could give him one of the words of each of the words.
We will. It is your decision. Do you think though that we should speak with Roz before we get on the ship?
I think so. I don't know how far this mirror thing reaches.
Oh yes, this is true. Okay, then I'll pull it out and
We'll
get
find a little alleyway, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on
Sure.
on the docks, and we're just fine. It's pretty easy, probably, to find a quiet place. So.
Yeah. I
Find a
think
little nook.
Yeah, you can sort of you can see the docks ahead of you, but you duck into a little nook, like you said, a little alley or off road, and yeah, you hold up the mirror and summon Roz, and you get the little tune again.
I was thinking of like, oh, we dialed 911. But it's not the same thing.
Emergency.
Emergency.
A map
Help.
gave me a migraine.
I also I always think of the AOL dial tone, the 90s internet dial tone.
Yeah. I just have the Skype do 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 do
Yeah.
do just stuck in my head. So yeah, you summon Roz. You don't see Roz. You see a very, very wrinkled, very old-looking kobold face who shrieks
Who's that?
banshee-like into the mirror. Where is Noki? And it's Granny Bispo.
Oh no!
I
I'm
do
just
not
gonna
know nothing. Nope.
I angle the mirror so that you can't see. It's
Zaffre?
just you can only see
Zaffre?
me and Ag.
Young man. Zaffre, young man. I know what you're up to.
I beast shape.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. What do you mean?
Don't you ma'am me, you know who I am. Put my granddaughter on the thing. Turn this thing around. Right now. Or so help me, I'll come over there and I'll just turn it round.
She won't.
I don't appreciate the threats.
Oh, Ag?
Oh, is that you, Bispo? Hi.
Don't you
Where's
start.
Roz? We were trying to call Roz. Have you seen her?
I
And,
just hand the mirror over to Ag. Like this is a you problem now.
Shove my problems away.
you hear Roz in the background kind of say, "Yes, if I could just have the mirror back just a moment." No. And yes, it's like Ag, my dear.
Yes.
Could you please, because I know she's there, could you please put my granddaughter on the call?
Ah, your granddaughter. Which one is that again? You've got so many.
Is it
And I just sort of
me?
look at Noki like behind the mirror, like.
I can. Well,
Hi, Noki's grandma. How are you today? And I kind of pop into frame.
oh my.
Oh, Meeza, good. I had the mirror to Meeza.
Oh, hi. So I want to just show
Passing
you.
off the
Do you know what a dock is? Look it. And I show her. I artfully tilt it away and show her the ships. Look at how pretty this is. It's so
She's
nice.
just screaming. All you hear is screaming. It's just.
Zaffre, put this back in the bag, please. I hand it to
Zaffre.
Zaffre.
I'm sorry. We really must speak with Roz.
Okay. We'll pretend the beeping was just like interference. It was magical interference. You see the image of Granny Bispo kind of tumble away, like the mirror has been dropped, and then it goes up very gently, and a very, very blushing, embarrassed-looking Roz is sort of very sheepishly addressing you. Says, well, yes, if Noki is with you, could you please tell her that she might have a few things to smooth over with her family when she gets back.
Well, Well, tell her grandma that she's going on a ship trip, on an adventure ship, and that she won't be able to come back home soon.
No.
You hear like, what?
We
What is a ship?
we are about to embark
Embark?
on a grand adventure. We have a very important quest, and we will be traveling some distance, I'm made to understand, and so we thought we should call you now in case we are not able to contact you later.
Oh, well, that's very, very considerate of you, and that's also very exciting news. I presume you'll be visiting some of the other islands, perhaps.
Egg, show him the map. Show him the
I
map,
also
Egg.
found a map.
Oh, yes.
A map?
Yes,
Uh,
we've had
read
many
it.
exciting discoveries.
We
Can you read this map? Because
Yeah.
it made my brain hurt.
I hold it up to the mirror.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gave you a head. Oh, Well,
It had mixing words. It was like they were in like a really big whirlpool, and they kept going around and spinning around in my head, and they hurt.
oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. And there's silence for a little bit, and then she clears her throat and she says, "Well, I'm really sorry, my dears, but I'm not really sure I can understand this. It's definitely a form of draconic. I can recognize some of the characters. They look familiar, but this is very strange. Where did you find this map? Where's it from?
It's in an owl bear.
He stole it from children.
From a very complicated adventure.
It sounds like it. Well, I suppose part of your quest is going to be to decipher this map, I suppose. We have a question. Yes, you at the front.
No, I can kind of read it. I learned a new spell that allowed me to be able to read it, but it makes my brain hurt. Is it magic? Can you tell if it's magic?
And without holding it myself, I'm not sure. I suppose it could be. I mean, it might be part of the language's property. Like I said, it's a form of draconic I've never seen. It might be older than me. It might be very old.
Nothing can be older than you. You're ancient.
Oh, you're very sweet. But I'm afraid there are. I mean, the world itself is older than me.
Oh, look. And I grab Grub out of his little papoose and I go, he's still alive. I was able to care for him all by myself.
Who's that?
Grub.
Oh, wonderful. I was very worried. So you're going to be going on a ship. That sounds exciting.
Yes.
Have you been able to purchase one? Have you learned?
Oh, we met a pirate. And he nearly killed us with his giant buzzard bird.
Right. Ag, dear.
Yes.
Could you just you and me, just for a second, just you and me, just a teensy tiny moment. Yes.
Scoot off, young'uns. All right. Yeah.
Ag, dear.
Hmm.
Remember when I suggested you go on this journey of discovery because you are an elder, and I asked you to sort of keep an eye on them if they're so young,
yes.
and right. I see. Okay, great, wonderful. Just a pirate? An actual one?
Well, he claims to be, but really he's not all that dangerous. This map was his, and now it's not anymore.
Right. Just scratches the back of her head very nervously. Well, I suppose I'll let you get on.
Before you go, Ross.
Yes.
And I take one of the books out of my bag, the one about the orcs.
Oh, I see.
I'll bring it back for you.
Oh. Oh, you are naughty. Well, thank you. I look forward to reading it.
It's an excellent read.
Well, I suppose good luck to all of you. Thank you for ringing. It's ever so kind of you. I apologize for the interruption there at the beginning, but yes, perhaps Noki should find some way of resolving
Yes,
that familiar
might
dispute.
be wise. Yes, I'll talk to her.
And okay, and so Roz signs off. She gives you all her blessing. She apologizes again for not really being able to read the script, but you now know that it might be magic. It's incredibly old. There is some connection to Draconic, but it's unclear.
I very, very, very carefully put the map away again.
Like it's a loaded weapon of some
Well,
kind.
if it's draconic and very, very old, then it must be a message from the dragon gods.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's logical.
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe we shouldn't tell Ross anymore and just be fine on our own. This is fine. Let's go. And I shuffle my way towards
Oh.
the docks.
Okay, so after catching up and after making your call, you follow a series of fairly worn wooden steps that lead away from the sort of main street, and they lead down to a very large stone platform that juts out into what you now sort of recognize from the description that you've been given as the sea, this huge body of water that is extending off into the horizon. And as you arrive on this platform, these heavy waves, which are full of seaweed and they're frothing and they're lapping at the sides of this platform, and your nostrils are filled with this salt-smelling air, which is both alien to you, but also extremely bracing and refreshing. And I suppose as you look around this new and fairly unfamiliar environment, you see several of the vessels that you know are called ships, and that Candle described to you using his illusionary shape language. And you see them, they're all tied to this platform at various sections with thick ropes. There are some that are small and unadorned. There are others that look like big floating houses. And there are others that are just huge and topped by huge poles with what look like nets and sheets of vibrantly colored fabric hanging from them. There aren't many people around at this hour, but you do see some familiar faces. At the going sort of closest to you, no, scratch that. Go familiar first. At the far end of the pier, you recognize Garland, your piratical acquaintance. I'm skeptical about using the word friend just yet, but he's there, and he's hauling some coiled up rope up a plank, leading up to what you presume must be his boat, which is a brown and green painted vessel. with the picture of some kind of bird on the side of it. And an actual bird, Busby, is kind of roosting up on one of the poles, one of the mast of this boat. A little bit closer is Candle, the catfolk merchant that you met, who is loading up a small crate with neatly packaged goods next to a long, vibrantly colored houseboat, which on the side of it in common says the Halcyon. And it's complete with windows and frilly curtains and a chimney. It's very quaint. There are some other people that you do not recognize. One of them is like the baker and the teen ruffian. Is a short humanoid, quite muscular looking with curly hair. They're wearing light leather armor, and he is instructing some other sailors. He seems to have quite a substantial crew who are loading some large crates and heavy-looking sacks onto his ship, which is quite large and has a couple of sails and is called the Selecto. And then, last two, there is a very tall, very slender being. He's got 2 arms and 2 legs, but they seem to be completely covered in armor plating of some kind. They're very shiny, and they are lifting absolutely huge boxes. These boxes are massive, and they're lifting them with one hand. And they look like they're full of tools and metal, and they're sort of loading them onto a long metal-plated boat, which has what looks like a furnace, a very large furnace part of it, which is just belching white smoke up into the sky. And it on the side of it, they're stenciled on in paint is the chug-along. And last but not least is somebody who is unfamiliar to you in the sense you haven't met him, but there's something about the facial features. He is very tall. He's sort of rosy-cheeked, also very sort of muscular. It's kind of like a big, brawny man with a bushy beard, and he is also sort of loading stuff onto a boat. And as he's loading them, you see that there are 2 small figures sort of running and dancing around him, and you recognize those figures as Leah and Eris. And they seem to be dancing and playing around this big man, who, now that you kind of focus on him a bit, looks a bit like them. And yeah, those are the people that you can see. Everybody else doesn't seem to be manning a ship or working here. So
I am
that was
very
a lot.
intrigued by big metal men.
Yeah,
I would like big metal man too, please.
I think
Big metal
definitely
man.
Zaffre's like he initially sees Garland and starts to move toward him, and then spots this metal man, and it just stops, and his eyes are just like.
Okay.
I grab Zaffre. I grab Zaffre's hand and go, "Come on, Zaffre, let's go look at how shiny he is." And I pull him.
And I'm just being dragged along because he's just.
Okay, let's go to strangers. This is great.
I grab Noki too. Come on, you're intrigued too. Take her.
I can tell.
Dragging them both.
So you all kind of haphazardly go over to this figure. You, I suppose, now that you're closer.
How tall is he in comparison to us? Like, where does the top of our heads reach on him?
Okay,
Ankles.
they are taller than Radra. Yeah, like a couple
That's
of
tall.
heads taller, and more uncanny. Now that you're close, there is no way that there could be a person inside armor. This just not it wouldn't work. The limbs are too spindly. There don't seem to be like regular joints. There seem to be hinges. And yeah, this figure sort of turns around, but they don't turn around by moving their legs. The top of their body just rotates, and you hear like a weird sort of whirring noise, and another uncanny thing. Yeah, this being does not have a face in the traditional sense. They have a very smooth, shiny metallic head, with the only features of which are a small sort of slot-like opening where a mouth would be, and two very large lamp-like eyes.
Okay, I'm done being intrigued now.
No, wait.
And while you're sort of very up close, they've turned, and the legs follow the torso, and they actually bump into you, and they go, hey, watch it there. What is it with these little lizard things? What's going on? I'm trying to load my boat here. Can you get out the way?
What are you?
No.
Okay, that was 3 questions at once. Hold on a sec. Let me just put this down, and they sort of lower this big. They just load this huge crate down onto the dock, and it makes a very loud sort of thud, and then they sort of put their hands on their sort of hips, and they sort of go, so what do you want?
Zaffre likes your shiny skin. Noki is intimidated by you, and I just want to know what you are.
Okay, well, sure. I'm kind of busy. I'm kind of busy here, so
Yeah, let's leave him to be. Let's just go.
Hey,
Garland!
Hold on a second. First of all, I'm a she, so you know.
Okay.
Don't,
Is she? Hi. I am sorry.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
You little purple thing. Yes. What?
How are you so strong?
I was built this way. It's kind of part of the design. It's what I do.
Can I touch you?
No.
That's very inappropriate. Meeza, no.
Hey, thank you.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry. Are they bothering you?
Yes,
Oh,
we
you
are.
like-
Let's go.
Are you like the parent? Are you like the are you like the responsible adult here? Because sure as
Apparently,
heck you
yes.
need. Right. Look, if I can help you at all, what, are you lost? Are you looking for something? Do you need it?
I
What?
believe the person we're looking for is right over there, and I point to.
Okay,
Other people.
sure.
What's his
How do
name?
you get made? Do you have a
Meeza.
mommy and a daddy?
That's really inappropriate. I think maybe we should not ask people that. Let's just
Look, you seem kind of lost. You seem kind of innocent here, so I'm. If I tell you anything, then you know you're gonna go, because like I said, I'm busy. Okay, I'm a mechanepsy. Okay, you know what that is? Ever heard of it? Okay, well, I'm a machine.
What's a machine?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I did not have a mommy or a daddy. Okay, I was built. Okay, I made of metal, and she kind of clangs on. You're like dang, dang, dang. I'm a machine. I'm like. Okay, you see this boat? And she points to the chug along. Okay, see this? I'm like this, but like a million times more complicated. And I can think, and I can talk, and I can feel. I
How
can
are
do
you
all sorts of.
alive? Is it magic?
Jury's out on that, I'm afraid. It's kind of it's something a bit weird. I don't even know. I don't really know how to
You
explain
are
it.
an awesome person. Do you know that?
I do,
Okay.
but thanks. Now
Okay.
please leave.
Okay.
I really do
Okay.
have a lot of stuff to get done.
Oh,
Right.
oh well.
And I take if there's like an open crate, like I take my mage hand and I'll take something out of it and just kind of put it on the ship to be like,
Okay, I mean it did have to stay in that box. I did kind of sort them, but sure. I mean that's fine. Look, I guess I'm being a little bit rude. Look, the name's Wendy. If you're ever, if you're ever like up north in the big city, and you need any help, it's Wendy with an I.
Wendy,
Um,
what big city?
oh, I mean I move around a lot, but there's a lot of big cities. I'm in kind of all of them.
Okay, we'll look for you again, Wendy.
Okay.
Yes, you've
Okay.
been very kind. Come on, let's they're sort of
But it's
almost shoving them away.
Okay.
I do not need to be shocked. I'm already I'm gone.
Yeah, I so Noki's kind of moved the furthest away, and you are. Oh, Noki, you are tackled.
Oh no.
You are tackled by two small children,
Oh no.
who are giving you the biggest hugs, the
I hug
biggest
them
hugs, and sorry.
back. I hug them back.
Ah. Yeah, and it's Leah and Aris, and they are just beaming from ear to ear, and they say, "Oh, thank you so much.
No.
Thank you so much
problem.
again."
No problem. It was no problem.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Okay. And Aris, the little boy, is like, I heard that Lambert got in a lot of trouble.
He did.
He serves him right. He's a meanie.
Yes, they weren't very nice. I think they got what they deserve. Well, maybe. I don't know. We do things a bit different in the cave, so I guess this was fair.
Oh, I mean, he's home now, but I know his daddy was very angry with him.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they're all home now. I think they just have a lot of chores to do.
Yes.
And while sort of Leah and Aris are addressing Noki, the big man with the bushy beard and sort of big brawny frame kind of lumbers over, and so these are the little lizard friends you make.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. In case you can't tell, I am their father.
Mm.
My name is Elias Brun. It's pleasure to meet you. And he sort of holds out a hand which is as big as Zaffre's head, even bigger.
I hesitantly shake it.
I'll give him a
think-
salute as well.
Yep.
I eagerly shake it.
Oh, you're all shaking my hand at the same time. That's
Just
very
the
impressive.
one hand, like 4 kobolds. Like,
Yes.
okay, I guess.
It's big enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very funny. I just wanted
Can we
to say,
keep you? You seem very nice. Do you want to go on a pirate ship cruise?
Meeza, no.
I am.
People have their lives. Let them be.
I am
But he's-
quite happy with
But
my
he's
legal.
squishy.
Yeah,
Like,
but you
I-
can't
like-
you can't grab everything squishy and claim it and just
But
feel like
he's like a bigger version of Grub.
no.
I am quite happy with my legal profession. Thank you. I don't need to indulge in piracy, but it's
Yes.
very kind of you to offer. I just wanted to say I am very grateful for you helping my children.
Yes.
I am very pleased. It was great sadness that Hoots was taken from little Aris. It was gift from his mother.
Oh.
We are very happy that
you need to meet Garland.
I don't know who that is.
He worked
have
with
to.
your wife.
Oh, he's another sailor.
Yes, he's a
Mm.
sailor.
Yes, he's a sailor.
Oh well.
Nothing else.
Well, actually, he's not.
No.
Okay, he's a sailor.
Well, maybe I have already. I have a bit of a terrible memory for names and faces, so I might have already met him. But I understand that there was a something inside the owl bear toy. There was a map. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And the two children sort of pipe up and say, "Yes, it was from mommy. But we're not gonna use it because we can't read it. But they're gonna go use it and they're gonna find the treasure for us."
And we're going to bring it back to them because the kids deserve it.
Oh, well, that is very kind of you.
Well, it was your wife's map.
I suppose I never heard her mention of the map before. I suppose it is a bit strange. Hmm. Do you have any like a letter, or is there any writing that says maybe where she found the map, why she sent it here?
No, I don't think so.
We have
No,
the
it just has some scribbles on it that we are trying to translate, but it didn't seem like a letter or anything like that.
Oh, you translate it is in another language.
kind of draconic, but it makes your head hurt if you look at it too long.
Oh, yes, that sounds painful.
Would you like to look at it?
I can have a look at it if it's okay with you. And he turns to his kids as well. He says, "Is it okay with you if I look at the map? Is it okay if I look at the map?" And they can.
I
go."
need like 5 of him.
Like do
I
a little
need 5 of
dog.
him.
Like, you want to play? You want to play? That's what I do with my dog.
Ag, do you give the map?
I
to
show him
Elias?
the map.
You sort of hold it up.
Yeah.
And he leans all the way down because he's a big tower of a man. And he peers at it and says, "Oh yes, this looked like chicken scratchings to me. I don't understand what these words are, but I do recognize the." Sorry, I got tangled in my wire there. I do recognize the blue. That is definitely the writing of my dear Cleo. It seems she must have used this map at some time before
So your wife wrote these scribbles?
I don't think she wrote the bits in red, but I am pretty sure she wrote the bits in blue. The names of the islands. I recognize the loopy on the O. I am pretty sure that is my...
Which one are we on?
You are on this one. You are on Alaris. And he points
Okay.
to... Yes, this one is shaped like a little triangle. You are on this one.
It's kind of big-ish.
It's one of the smallest, but I'm sure it must have... Lots of things must seem very big to you. You are little tiny lizards. Aren't you? You are little tiny lizard. And he squishes your face a little bit.
I'm not sure if I like that, but you're adorable. Can we please keep him? Egg, please, can we keep him?
No, you
please?
can't keep humans.
But he's adorable. We
Or
need him.
like anything. You already have Grub. Let's keep Grub alive first before you get anything else.
But we can maybe we can trade grub for him.
Oh,
You reminded me of my children when they were very small and they wanted to keep every little animal they find. It's okay. I am
Yes.
flattered. I am flattered. It is fine. I am not offended.
I just do they eventually grow over it? They just
Well, Leah seems to be getting a bit more sensible about some things.
uh-huh.
I think it depends on the person.
Oh boy.
Would you let them be pirates with us?
I suppose this is a play acting game. I am fine with that. You can be pirates if you want. It's fine.
Okay, guys, come on. These
No.
ain't.
I'm keeping the children from going anywhere near.
I think sort of the chat with Elias kind of winds down. He I guess he tells you a little bit more about sort of the family situation. You get the impression that his wife Cleo was to his knowledge a sailor, but either way she was apparently very adventurous and very brave. And when he talks about her, you can tell he is a jolly man, but sort of there is still a bit of sadness there. There is still a bit of grief there. But after sort of the discussion about piracy has gone on, he explains he tries not to be overprotective of his children because he sees a lot of his wife in them, but he would rather they not leave because he is kind of tied to the island. He is a fisherman, so although he does have a boat, he's trying to give them as much stability as possible. So but you leave this family sort of on very good terms, and once again sort of hugs all around, and at a certain point, I am going to give you a big hug, and he kind of scoops you all up, and you're sort of all there in a row. um so yeah, so at this point you are, I guess, if you want to go on this treasure hunt, what ship do you use? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna
Well,
go?
we'll go with Garland, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you approach Garland, and he sort of turns and faces his. Arr! Hello there. So then, have a good night. Have a good night's sleep. Have a
Yes.
good rest.
Yes. We would like to go on your boat.
Arr?
We have the map, as you know.
Arr, yeah. Arr,
And
my map, yes. Arr, you've been
No,
keeping it
no.
safe for me, yes.
we have been able to. I have been able to translate part of it, and if we can go on your ship, we can give you part of the treasure.
This map,
Hmm.
as I understand it,
Yes.
is in part perhaps not entirely mine, as it was given, as I understand it, as a gift to the children that I was unaware Cleo had.
Correct. Yes, we are gonna find them the treasure and bring it back.
How about we bring part of it back?
Yes, you can have a little bit, and the rest goes to the children.
with maybe a small finder's fee for us. For Raz.
I don't know who that is.
She does like her hoard.
Sounds like a lady after my own heart.
Yes, she is wonderful. Now, do you
Is she
agree or
pretty?
not? Yes, gorgeous.
Oh.
He's a dragon.
Oh, I see. I get you. The
No,
fiery
yeah.
lass, eh? Fiery lass. Fiery lass. I like it. I like it. Gives like a big smack on the back to, I don't know, who's closest? Meeza. Just gives Meeza a big smack. Oh dear.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry I
excellent.
knocked you.
I am looking forward to this, and I am happy that you see Roz in the same way that we do.
I don't see her in that way.
I
Mhm.
was going to say, I hope not.
She
But
He,
is
of course,
single, though.
like, Garland's, expressions have just completely gone over Zaffre's head.
Mhm.
Not getting it at all. So he just thinks he's very enthusiastic about Roz.
Well, keep something in mind now. If you're going to join me on this little venture, you're going to have to pull your weight.
Yes, of course. I am very strong.
Oh,
I can't
he-
pull
and
weight
he-
at all.
And he shows off his little muscles.
oh, it's like a
Nice.
walnut in a sock. Right. Look, I mean, you will have to work to earn your place on my boat.
Yes, of course. We are very hard workers.
Yes. I've worked on a farm like my entire life, so I can do.
Well,
I mean, I can give
some
it a
stuff.
shot.
I don't know how similar this is to farm work. I mean, you'll be on the sea for most of the time, but so long as you're willing to follow orders and swab the deck and coil up the rope and lift the crates and stuff like that and feed Busby.
I don't do cleaning.
I
If
don't
you want to
think you have
say-
choice.
Now I heard a little birdie. I heard a lot of rumors around town about this small pink lizard that was prestidigitating everything clean. So I don't think that was entirely a true thing you said to me.
Well, I
Wink,
mean,
wink.
I don't do menial cleaning labor. I can do it easy with magic.
And I clean his boots.
He sort of looks at his boots. Ah, gives you another slap on the back. I like you. You got some spirit. You've all got some spirit.
So it's settled then.
Arr.
Egg will read the map and we will help you find the treasure, and then we give the treasure to the kids.
About the map. You said you translated it. You know what the.
I have started translating it. It's very difficult.
Very hard. It made her head hurt. She got a really bad headache.
Yes.
We had to massage her a lot last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know what? Do you have any idea what language it is?
Well, the script is very similar to dragon speech, draconic. I don't know if you know any dragons personally.
I've known some dragonborns in my time. Yes, I heard it. They.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, dragons are born dragons. Yeah, so they're dragonborn.
Okay. I think perhaps our first port of call should be the city of Nilios, which is just on the next island, a little bit north. I know it's a lot bigger than Alaris, and we might find someone there who might be able to translate this here text.
That sounds very good.
But
Which
hey,
boat
you
is
can do
yours?
it all by yourself.
Hold on there. You are both speaking at the same time.
Well,
We'll start with the shriveled one. What did the shriveled one say?
Oh,
Which ship is yours?
It's the one we're standing in front of. This one.
Ah, excellent. I walk aboard. Just gonna go.
Now hold on there a second. It grabs you by the hood. Pulls you back. Hold on there a minute. You have to. There's a ceremony. She's a special boat. We go in a line. Oh sod it. Get on.
I want to
Okay.
be part of this ceremony.
Okay. You just follow me. We walk in a line. We walk up the plank. Yeah, and as you walk up onto the boat, you see that on the side of it says the Mallard's Revenge, and the bird picture is just a very angry duck. So,
I'm imagining the duck from Duck Hunt.
All I can think
and,
of is the Untitled Goose Game. Mallard's Revenge.
Mhm.
It's the
Um,
sequel to the Untitled Goose Game.
you see Busby kind of flump down from her perch, and she kind of hobbles over to Meeza and very gently nuzzles at your hand in an
Oh, I
affectionate
don't
sort of
have
way.
anything to eat for you. You want more tea? I can make you more tea.
And I go start making tea. For the bird.
um, right then. So, you are sort of on the Mallard's Revenge, and Garland gives you a couple of very simple chores to do. It's literally just moving stuff from point A to point B. You get the feeling it might not be absolutely necessary things, but he's kind of getting an idea of what you're all capable of. And at a certain point, you sort of the amount of people at the dock has kind of thinned down to nothing. A lot of people are just on their ships now, and it's sort of getting quite late. But you hear like some shuffling, which is very fast paced. It sounds like sort of slippers on the sort of the cobbled stone of this dock platform, and you hear sort of huffing and puffing, and you sort of look out, and you see Rhea, sort of running as fast as she can towards you, and she's sort of waving very
I
animatedly.
immediately hide the chamomile.
Koboldi, wait, Koboldi.
Oh, hello, Miss Rhea.
Hello. I am sorry. I need to. Oh, mamma mia. Oh, sono troppo vecchio. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, it's so good to see you again. How are you, little Koboldi? How are you?
We're very good. We are going on a new adventure.
Oh, you live already.
We have an important quest. We must save some children.
You need to save children? I thought.
Something for children.
Okay. You finish quest. The original quest you have. You finish quest number 1. You now on to
Yes.
quest number 2.
We got
Oh.
the teenagers that were stealing stuff.
We did not find your oranges, though.
Ah, that's what we forgot.
I believe they had been eaten.
Yes. I think they were eaten. Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry. I was at the Tipsy Shrimp. I was at the tavern, and I heard Carmela. She told me all about you, all the good job you do, all the things you do, and you catch those kids, and you teach them lesson, and now they get in trouble. And she said that you were going to dock. And I thought, if maybe they go away, I have to give them something before they go, in case they get angry or they go somewhere far away. And she has with her a sizable sort of jar of homemade marmalade,
I take it.
and also hold on a second, and also a basket with a big loaf of bread. And she sort of hands it to you, I guess, Ag, if you're sort of doing the grabby hands.
Yes.
Hands it to you. This is for all of you. I am sorry. I do not have any more of the chamomilla, but I hope you will enjoy this
Yes.
marmalade.
Thank you. Meeza, do you have something to say to Rhea?
She was very nice and I liked her tea, that's all.
No, 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 no.
Meeza?
Look at my new fancy pouch for grub. Okay, I took your jar of chamomile and I've had it ever since, and it's been in my bag, and I fed a pirate and a bird and a guy in the jail, and they didn't seem to like it. I don't know how to make tea. Can you help me?
Rhea, upon sort of hearing your confession, her first expression is one of sort of shock, but then she'll very sort of creakily lean down, and she'll sort of look you in the eyes, and will sort of say, "Little one, it's okay. If you simply ask for this, I would have given it to you anyway."
I don't know how to ask for things.
It's okay. I'm sure you will learn. And hopefully, this will be a good reminder. And she takes the jar from you.
Wait, what?
I hope you have a good journey. Enjoy the marmelata. Bye,
Thank you.
Koboldi.
Oh,
Thank you
bye.
so much.
She kind of pats you on the pan helmet.
You
You
took
are
my chamomile.
No, no, no. It
It's
was
not
her
yours.
chamomile.
Thank you for keeping it safe for me, I guess. But yes, I hope this is good reminder for you, you naughty little kobolda. You little kobolda, you naughty. Bye bye, koboldi.
I flick my
Please.
forked tongue out at her. Sassy.
And she blows a raspberry at you. And then she sort of hobbles away all jauntily. Yeah, and so you sort of resume your work on the Mallard's Revenge, and the night wears on, and actually, sort of, the sun completely sets, and I'm thinking this is quite late in the evening now, and you find yourselves on the deck of the Mallard, and you're looking out to sea, and the myriad stars that so perplexed you at the beginning of your voyage, their light is reflected on the shimmering waves that surround you.
Ooh.
It's only been 3 days since you left your mountain home, Andros Dactyla, yet somehow it feels like longer. When eventually you fall asleep, your slumber is filled with dreams of perilous adventures and amazing discoveries, worthy only of the brave and the kobolds. And there we have it.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone.